What's up, you guys? Welcome to my second bullet journal video. I'm so excited to be doing this on a monthly basis moving forward. Today's video is going to follow the same structure as the future videos. I'm going to give you guys any new updates on my collections. I'm then going to show you guys all of my weekly spreads from the previous month, then do a plan with me style of the current month and things that I'm switching up, and then finalize with any new supplies that I discovered. So hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you guys happen to miss my first bullet journal video, I highly recommend you guys watch it, especially if you guys are brand new to the bullet journal game. It is a very in-depth review on how to set up a bullet journal while also explaining all of the main components of a bullet journal. So I'll include a link to that video along with all of the main supplies that I use down below in the description bar in case you guys want to check that out. Oh, and last thing, you guys, I am recovering from a bad bout of bronchitis, so if I sound really stuffy or off this month, I sincerely apologize. I should be way better next month. Alright guys, so on that note, let's go ahead and get started with a few quick updates on my collections. First update, you guys remember this page from my first video. This was completely empty. I filled this guy out with all of my main birthdays and also highlighted all of the dates. Further improvements on this page, I'm probably going to go ahead and take the same color highlighter over here and highlight the actual dates within my little calendars here so that it matches with the legend a little bit better. But overall, I like how clean this is. It's modular, simple to read, and yeah, I really like how that turned out. Then my next collection update, I flipped over to my books to read and wish list spread. As you can see, I started to do some reading, so I just did a little colored box next to the books that I've completed. And then for the main update, you guys can see on the outer perimeter here, I've got these adorable stickers. I mentioned that I wanted to decorate with stickers last video, and I finally got all of my stickers in. These stickers are actually, if you can believe it, they're all washi tapes. All of the illustrations are literally on transparent background washi tape. You literally just take scissors and trim off the image that you want, and you can slap that right down directly onto the paper. All of the illustrations just literally melt into the page as if you doodled them and colored them directly onto the paper. Genius for those of you that don't have access to lots of different colors, who don't have the time. You can literally bring your pages to life with just a simple snip of scissors. So this is my books to read wish list. Obviously, I went kind of nuts here. I went even more nuts on my brands and makeup cheat sheet pages. For my brands, I did like really cute fashion items. And then on the makeup side, I of course have these adorable little makeup items. I could honestly cover this entire page, but I had to like restrain myself to make sure I have enough room to write. Next spread that I also decorated with these washi tape images is my recipes and snacks. I got a couple of food themed washi tape rolls, and yeah, definitely brought this page to life. And then the last spread that I jazzed up was my ideas page for like video ideas. I really am into crystals, as you guys noticed, so I found some crystal tape that I did down here, and then also some cute like graphic pop cameras up here. So I'm probably going to be doing the rest of my pages like this, but for now, those are the ones that I've completed. I will link all of the Etsy shops that I bought these washi tapes from down below in the description bar in case you guys want to check that out. Moving on to my January weekly spread recap, I left you guys on the first week of January, which is right here. I did the box method, which I definitely still enjoy to this day, but what I did was I finished a full week of the box method. Then the second week of January, I actually had a partial week where I was actively working and then also had vacation the second half of the week. So I started doing the box method for the first half of the week where I was actively doing my tasks, and then I dedicated the second half of the weekly spread to just a big checklist. This was my checklist to make sure I got all of my clothing items so that I was able to shoot while I was in Colorado on vacation. So nothing too profound here, but I did just kind of go casual for the second half of the week, which is totally fine. Moving on to my next two pages, this, guys, is a little scrapbook memory section that I did for myself. I had such a fantastic weekend for my birthday. I wanted to catalog, you know, a few of my favorite memories. I actually took a picture of myself on my 28th birthday with my Fujifilm Instax camera. I used washi tape to secure that down onto this page. Also snipped out some of the washi washi tape stickers and scattered that throughout the page. I also did doodles myself. And the crazy thing is, before my bullet journal, I probably would have forgotten, 90% of the stuff that I documented here. So whenever I could go back and take a look at my old bullet journals, I'll have these little snippets of my life that I can reflect back on. So this is a cute little 2-page spread of what you can do for yourself in your life if you've got a big event that you want to remember. Moving on to my third week of January, this was also a very hectic month for me. I had gotten back from Colorado and had to go straight to LA for Generation Beauty a few days later. So I decided to kind of be a little bit lax and did the traditional bullet journal style where I just did a header and then just started writing out my tasks. This was an interesting template to try because I didn't have to focus on creating like a very strict preset template. The length of each section was just determined by how many tasks I happen to have for that previous day. So I actually really like this. It kind of put the pressure off. Thoughts on this page. This is a really nice simple template to just fall back on if I don't have the time to create, big box or anything fancy. This works just as well. Moving on to the final week of January. Now this was an interesting week. I came back from LA and I had to immediately move up, pack up my apartment, and get into my new unit. So this week was really not going to be about like weekly to-dos. Every day was just going to be like, hey, you unpack a different part of the apartment. You just have like kind of like really quick lists. So I just did 6 boxes: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the weekend. Nice option if you really don't have too much to say for your entire week. You just need as much space as possible to make sure you get your tasks done for each day. So here's just an example of a very simple, clean, horizontal box method. This is just like straight to the point. And then my final 2 pages of January. So this is when I started to get really, really sick. I didn't have time to do anything fancy for the last couple of days of January. So I just did the traditional bullet journal method. You just write the day with a list of tasks, day, list of tasks. And then what I'm going to be doing for the end of every month is do like a really quick recap. I did this page a little haphazardly. I'm going to put more attention into it next month, but just really like this simple snapshot of the month. I can always look here and just look at the quick highlights of January 2017. Okay, moving on to our current month. Let's move on to the plan with me section. This is the current setup for the month of February. I'm going to do the same thing for all of my months. I'm going to flip over the page, have a clean page here, and then do like a hello current month kind of like cover page. Let's go ahead and move on to the monthly log. Really quick thing to note here, if you looked at the edge of this first monthly log page, what I've been doing is adding a long strip of washi tape and then kind of like hot dog style folded over each side of the page. That way, whenever I close my journal, I can see these little strips of color that help me quickly reference all of my months a little bit easier. Serves as a sort of bookmark. See, there's January with the washi tape, and then there's February. So I'm going to use my rainbow colors and do it month over month. Just a cute little idea in case you guys want to use that. Now for my February month, I pretty much kept the same structure. Few things that I changed was the actual calendar boxes. If you look at my January one, I did just a big, huge rectangle and then filled in all the spots. But for February, I tried a more minimalist, airy feel. I also didn't include boxes for the days that obviously I wasn't utilizing, which makes a lot more sense. The only thing is that I definitely had to learn to write smaller because these boxes are a reduction in space. Personally, I really like the look of it, so I'm gonna go with this and see how I feel towards the end of the month. I did all the cute little heart doodles for Valentine's Day theme. Moving on to the right hand side of my monthly log. One of the key things that I noticed is that I did not allocate an accurate spacing for each of my 3 categories here. So one thing I definitely lacked was space for my events and appointments. All of these dates were crammed. I ended up not giving myself space to log things in chronological order. So one of the first adjustments that I did make was I made this guy, almost half the space. That way, as appointments pop up, I leave spacing in between the lines so that I could fill things in and hopefully have everything in chronological order. Next box down here, I just put tasks. These are just like general to-dos for the entire month. I gave it, medium space. And then this last one is my goals. So one of the things that I really had to figure out is that I gave myself a couple of goals last month, but I wasn't very effective at doing them. It was kind of scattered all over the place. To expect so many different goals to be achieved in a month was really unrealistic. I think a more productive way and a more successful way to manage my time is to figure out one centralized theme or goal and dedicate my time to it and doing it correctly. I have it next to my habit tracker right here so that I can kind of work and progress through my habits and then also reflect on my goals in like one linear space. Trying to focus on quality versus quantity. Obviously, I was not very successful. I think I was trying to track too many things, especially during all of my traveling. The tracker is such a great visual representation of your behavior. I don't think I've ever tried to track my habits or behavior before. So this was really great to see that I got a lot of improvement that I can make in my personal life. So right now I'm going to try to improve the ratio of filled boxes here and try to do these 3 things really great. So that does it for my monthly log, you guys. I'm going to try this again for another month. I might switch things up next month. So moving on to my new weekly spread that I'm trying for February. I actually skipped days 1 through 5 because I was so sick with bronchitis and I wasn't keeping up my journal. So I just went ahead and started fresh on the second week, February 6th. I want to give a quick shout out to the Instagram and Etsy shop owner, Ink by Jang. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, girl. And I fell in love with her shop so much, I bought a few things. So huge shout out to her. I can't wait to feature a lot of her items in my next bullet journal update. But for right now, this layout is definitely one of my top favorites, right up there next to the boxed dailies. This layout really focuses on leveraging the top versus the bottom half of your 2-page spread. All right, starting from the top left corner, I've got a little mini calendar. I highlighted the days so I know how this week falls into the actual calendar month. Next to that, I got a little to-do box, and then I have a goal box underneath that. I think next week I'll probably switch these two because I think I need more room for tasks versus a weekly goal. Moving to the right of that, I am trying something different here. I've got a little meal planner here in case you guys do meal prep. This is a nice, quick little cheat sheet of what meals you have planned throughout the week. Over here, this one is specific to me. I'm starting to plan and buy all of my spring fashion items, so I kind of have a little checklist of the things that I'm buying. And then for the meat and potatoes of the weekly planner, I have 7 different columns for every single day of the week. I really like how this template flows left to right throughout the page. I've got your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. It almost has like a more organic feel throughout the 2-page spread. And then down here, you'll see this little bar, and I've allocated this little bottom half sliver down here for anything like social media related. So whenever I upload a video, I can add it right here. Whenever I get going on my Instagram again, I could actually put the Instagram picture that I want to upload that day. So it kind of separates it from my daily activities. You can still see it all in the same column of the same day. So I really love this layout so much. I feel like I got triple the amount of content in a spread, but the key thing to making this layout successful is that I had to really shrink down my writing. So I went with a Pigma like 0102 point pen to achieve something that's legible but also fits within the confines of these columns. So here is a new spread for you guys to check out. Let me know if you guys try this and like it too. I'm excited to play with this area. This is a big area to work with, and as I go through each week, I can kind of figure out how to utilize this space even better. That does it for my current month setup, you guys. I will be finishing out February, and then at the end of the month, I will go over all of my February weeklies in addition to how I set up my March monthly. So be sure to come back and stay tuned for that. And last but not least, guys, my final segment of my bullet journal monthly updates are going to be my new supplies that I discover. I've only got 3 of them this month, and again, I will link all of like my basic everyday supplies down below in case you guys are interested. But the newbies we have this month is as you can see, I had a violent obsession with illustrated, hand-drawn, doodled washi tape. And what started the obsession was this brand right here. It's in Japanese, so unfortunately I can't read it, but they have all of these lifestyle themed washi tapes. On the outside of the package, you can see all of the items that are actually in the washi tape rolls. And this is what it looks like whenever you peel it open. All of the drawings are are scattered throughout the translucent background tape. And then as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, all you gotta do is just chop the tape off, press it right onto your bullet journal, and you will have some beautifully illustrated and colored drawings instantly. This company right here has so many different themes. I pretty much bought all of them. This one has tripods and lenses, different camera equipment. Then the second theme washi tape that I just completely fell head over heels for are these fashion girl washi tapes. Literally, when you peel open the roll, you've got these really cute illustrated girls in the most adorable outfits. So perfect for, you know, my fashion YouTube channel. And I'm like legit envious of some of these outfits. They're like hella cute. Look at that. So adorable. Really perfect because it's long and skinny. You can just put it, you know, on the side of your paper and have a really adorable theme for the month. Other favorites are, as you guys saw, these like beauty item ones. Also love these like retro cameras. So there's tons of different styles on Etsy. Just be sure to find ones with the translucent background. That way when you chop this guy off, you don't have to worry about cleaning up the edges with your scissors. You can put it on the paper and it will blend completely seamlessly. So I will link all of these favorites and the shops that I got these down below in the description bar, so check those out. Next new supply, I got these two little credit card sized stencils. These are also from Etsy. This is from a shop called Dear Lily Designs, and this chick literally just focuses on making these tiny little templates in these really fun bright colors. Have not really leveraged these too much yet. The thing that I'm kind of disappointed about is that I got this for like checklists for tasks and stuff. These squares are a little bit too gapped far apart to fit in my journal. Like literally whenever I try to make a list, it immediately becomes misaligned with the dots. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. So if I try to align it to like a top box or something, don't line up with the actual dots in the page. It needs to be smaller and also spaced more closely together. So this one was kind of a bummer because the alignment isn't perfect, but in terms of affordability, in terms of quality of plastic, I mean, this stuff is flexible, but whenever you put it down, it is very rock solid for you to draw a very crisp shape. It is definitely very sturdy compared to my Moxie Dory stencils that I showed you guys last month. She does have a lot of stencils other than these. She is a great Etsy resource. So definitely check out her shop if you're looking for small, affordable little stencils. She's got a lot of different styles. So even though this purple one didn't work out for me, don't let that deter you from giving her a look-see. Alright guys, and then the last supply that I got a few new pens. I picked these up in a craft shop in Boulder. These, I don't even know what the company is, but they're just called Stylist pens. I like that this is like a very substantial pen. It's almost like a marker pen. Definitely thicker than my Le Pens, and it gives you a nice, really fluid, clean line. This pen has a way more comfortable grip because it is fatter and more substantial. Alright guys, so that does it for my second bullet journal video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys like this series. Thank you guys so much for all of the love. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye!